this, I was already dealing with it for the last 2 years, 2 or 3 years, or however long I've been battling it. But when it got this bad, it sort of became, as real as it could get, where normally someone would go home in this situation. I would go to the studio and record, and it was a very cathartic release for me, being able to turn this experience that wasn't writing about the past or a what if situation. It was writing about and it was recording about what was happening. So I was able to use it as a way to, get a lot off of my chest emotionally. So I had this release, as hard as it was, physically, mentally, and, emotionally, dealing with this, going through heart failure and all these things and all this stuff. I was retaining water. My body stopped working, like all this stuff. But making the record really gave me this release where I was able to, express myself through the music and take what and this is what I've kind of talked about a little bit earlier, is what I went through and was going through, and how do you make that your superpower? How do you take this struggle, instead of feeling sorry for myself, how do I take this pain, put it in a song that someone who doesn't have the luxury that I have of being in a band and touring and not having a job, someone who has to work a 9 to 5, who also has what I have, or something similar, or like I said, a sickness or a mental health issue, and hopefully, can see what we did with this album and find ways in their lives to find their passion and get their inner pain or self-doubt through their passion. And I think that naturally came out with Listen Up, where that was like, a goal was to make a positive record, living it and experiencing it while making it just made it even more real and made everything more important, made every line more important, made the timing, made everything. So it was a very difficult time, very scary time, but using it as a tool to help others and to help fans and to help people know that there is a way to get through tough times, and that tough times and the cards that are dealt to you that you didn't ask for, you can use to to grow and to build and to see things through a different light, and that's how that whole thing went down, making the record.